Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's severe weather update. Severe weather is likely across the Midwest and Ohio Valley today, where the Storm Prediction Center has issued a slight risk of severe weather from southeastern Missouri through most of Illinois, Indiana, southeast Wisconsin, southern Michigan, most of Ohio, and central northern Kentucky in the yellow, with the marginal risk extending from northern Arkansas through western Pennsylvania in the dark green. And unfortunately, this includes a 5% chance of tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of a location today across much of Illinois, Indiana, western Ohio, northern Kentucky, including Springfield, Peoria, Chicago, Illinois, Evansville, Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, and South Bend, Indiana, Cincinnati, Ohio, and Louisville, Kentucky. Make sure you're on guard for a few scattered tornadoes if you live in this 5% risk area today, and potentially a strong tornado or two. And then we have a 2% chance of tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of a location from southeastern Missouri through central Ohio through south central Michigan in the dark green, including St. Louis, Columbus, Cleveland, Ohio, and Detroit, Michigan. Make sure you're on guard for an isolated tornado if you live in this green area today as well. Looking at the damaging wind threat, we have a 15% chance of damaging straight line winds at 58 miles per hour stronger within 25 miles of a location for pretty much the same areas in the slight risk today, with a 5% damaging wind risk in the brown area today. So make sure you're on guard for scattered damaging wind gusts, especially in the yellow shaded area today. And then we could be seeing very large hail, especially in this black hatched area today, including Peoria, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, Indianapolis, Indiana, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Evansville, Indiana, South Bend, Indiana, and Cincinnati, Ohio, and potentially in Louisville, Kentucky. So you could be seeing hailstones of golf ball to tennis ball to baseball, maybe even softball size today if you live in this black hatch shaded area. So make sure you're parking your cars in the garage today if you live anywhere in this black hatched area. And we have a 15% chance of quarter-sized hail or larger within 25 miles of a location from southeastern Missouri through Detroit, Michigan, and Cleveland and Columbus, Ohio in the yellow, 5% hail risk from northeast Arkansas through central Pennsylvania in the brown area today. So timing out our storms with the 12Z run of the HRRR model, storms are going to initiate sometime this evening around 6 o'clock Central Time across northern Illinois. Could be seeing a cluster of large hail-producing storms in north central Illinois by 6 o'clock this evening, and these will move towards the Chicago area as we go into about 7 to 8 o'clock. This run of the HRRR model is showing a pretty significant hailstorm near Chicago by 8 o'clock, so make sure you're taking this hail threat seriously if you live in the Chicago area this evening. And then we got another cluster of storms that are going to develop in southern Missouri, southern Illinois, central Indiana, western Ohio. As we go into about 10 and 11 o'clock this evening, these will also be producing large hail and potentially tornadoes when they first initiate, with our first cluster of storms across southwestern Michigan producing large hail damaging winds and scattered tornadoes as well. Through 10 p.m. this evening, going into 11, 12, these storm clusters will linearize, and this will transition to a damaging wind threat across Ohio, Indiana, southern Illinois, southeastern Missouri, with large hail and isolated QLCS tornadoes still possible by midnight tonight Central Time. And then these storms will continue throughout the night across southern Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and move across Kentucky. And then as we go into tomorrow morning, the storm should weaken below severe limits as they move across West Virginia, eastern Kentucky, and Tennessee. And briefly looking at some rainfall accumulations, could be seeing some isolated flash flooding across northern Kentucky, southern Ohio, and central Ohio, where these storms end up training over the same areas for a few hours. So thanks for watching today's severe weather update. Make sure you're preparing for very large hail, scattered tornadoes, and scattered damaging wind gusts if you live across the Midwest today. Thanks for watching. Please stay safe and have a wonderful day, my friends.